Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and I know when I want to keep up with the latest in wrestling news from around the world, I check in with Dead on Dave Productions. He covers a wide variety of wrestling topics, including the career of the hardcore legend. Don't miss it, Dead on Productions. Yeah.
We'll talk the truth, nigga.
And it don't stop. Yeah. Mr. Real Talk, the metaphor Messiah. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. We're talking legendary coming soon, the mixtape. Black stars.
I bring the battle to you. If we were the same size, you couldn't fit in my shoes. Bear crown for the infinite. You better check your insolence. Careers get flushed, the same toilet that you pissed in. This rap's just a piece of tiramisu. They should have kept it independent.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Dead on Dave, and what you're hearing now is yet another amazing track from my boy, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. I had to play this one. It's too good. It's awesome. So, thank you once again for allowing me to use your music, my man. I am humbled by it, as always. I feel like absolute garbage, guys. I feel terrible, man. I'm hoping that little podcasting will make me feel better, because this is one of my favorite days of the week, because I get to bring to you your NXT review. Does it get any better than that? I don't think so. So let's not gild the lily. Let's not oversell things. Let's just get to this week's action. I didn't read the results. I did read the match card, though, and it looks like it's pretty damn good. So I'm pretty excited to see this week's show. I'm hoping to be entertained. I need an hour of excitement after that terrible Raw. So that's kind of the good thing. Even when you get a really bad Raw, you should get a really awesome NXT later in the week. Now, it's going to be more integral than ever that WWE continues to dish out good product, especially now with the news that Destination America is acquiring yet another wrestling company. I do feel that this just does play into TNA being phased out. I don't see Ring of Honor doing too much better, though. It's still on a network that nobody knows about, and as good as Ring of Honor can be, I do feel it has an issue with connecting with major audiences, like large groups of people. Same as TNA, same as Lucha. The only one who does it on the same massive scale as WWE is New Japan. So and that's just my opinion, if Destination America really wants to become that next really big station for wrestling, then New Japan's really the one to go after. But they're not going to come to them. Now with that small-ass station of theirs. And can you have New Japan on Destination America? I don't know. I have no idea. But that's neither here nor there. What really needs to be the focus is, of course, why you're here, and that is the NXT review. So let's stop gilding the lily. Let's get into it. Let's start the show. I'd like to start the show, but you know what? I'm about angry. I'm going to go beat up a mailman, because you probably heard him in the background standing outside. My wife goes out there to intercept him and starts talking low to him, and this fucking mongoloid of mailmans starts... What did you call him? An Auslander? That's why? Call it Auslander? I said, why is he fucking talking so loud? My wife goes, that just killed her, by the way. Cause he's an Auslander? That was her response. That just made her laugh so hard hearing me say Auslander. She thought it was hysterical. She's coughing outside. Fuck mailmen, dude. They suck here, they suck there, they suck everywhere. Fucking mailmen. Just irritates the shit out of me. The package wasn't even for me. If the package was for me because I'm a selfish individual, maybe I can forgive his indiscretion, I should say. But no, mongoloid mailman bringing me somebody else's mail, and then he's going to talk loud on top of it when I'm trying to record top tier programming? What the hell? Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get to NXT. Let's start the show, shall we? And as you guys know, I'll be going segment by segment, breaking it down, and giving you the times after each match. You know, the whole shebang, bang, bang. Let's do this. 14 in about a half, 14 minutes, 30 seconds in about, and a pretty long opening promo for NXT. Usually they don't last that long to get right to the action, but I got to say, this was absolutely fantastic. Kevin Owens coming to the ring. The things he said were absolutely riveting, captivating, sometimes even funny. He's so damn ahead of the curve, and it's because he's been doing this so long. But the one thing people were questioning was, can he deliver on the mic? And he really has. I think that question is answered. He took great shots at John Cena. He defended himself for his actions. Then we get William Regal coming out, and I like what they did. Regal talked about all the destruction and chaos that Kevin Owens has left in his wake, and he talked about people that have been stretchered out since he's been here, and he included a Tommy, to which Owens interjected and said, I had nothing to do with a Tommy. So I like that because I don't think he did, and it opens up a whodunit type of situation for when a Tommy comes back, and if they want, this is a great way to make Finn Balor a heel, because who better than Finn Balor? So that makes a lot of sense. That'd be cool. Then, for some reason, Solomon Crowe comes out, who has really done nothing since he's been in NXT. They have tampered with his look a little bit, and he looks a little more palatable, I'd say. I like the way he looked. What? Gay? He looks gay? Is that what you said, babe? Okay, my wife says he looks gay. Okie doke. A punk type of gay. Like he's got the punk rock look. Oh, Adam Lambert. It looks like Adam Lambert. He's got the Adam Lambert look going.
He would be the man in the relationship.
Oh, but okay, so you're saying he's gay, but he would be the man in the relationship. So he's a top. Mm-hmm. Okay. Solomon Crowe, the top, according to my wife. That's probably a power top too. I'd have to guess. So that should be quite interesting. Solomon Crowe coming out and getting into Kevin Owens' face. And once again, Kevin Owens turns it into a hilarious moment, mocking his Batman-like voice that Solomon Crowe has. It was great. Crowe talks enough trash to where Owens says, well, now you're going to be the next guy stretched out because we'll have a match tonight, and I'll give you the opportunity to back up all the things that you're saying. From beginning to end, absolutely wonderfully crafted promo. Sometimes when I'm not sure how good a promo really is, if my wife is watching with me, I will notice how many times she looks up at the screen. And the more times she looks up at the screen, it's more times that the whatever we're watching was able to get through her single track focus of playing her online frickin' games on her actual husband, which is her cell phone. And it's quite amazing how many I am a dick. It's quite amazing how many times in that promo her attention got dragged back to the screen. So that tells me a lot about how entertaining it was. What? What did I say?
I'm multitasking.
You're multitasking?
Yeah.
Multitasking.
Getting a dog, playing a game, and watching this.
All whilst on your ass.
Yeah.
Impressive. By the way, I'm just saying, I don't see a coffee in front of me. No coffee. I've had no coffee yet. And I had a stroke. Not even... Actually, Jim says you should. Jim, who has all those fucking... Jim the Jerk, who was on a show with me not that long ago, he has all kinds of blood clot problems, and he's had strokes and stuff. He says that that doctor was right. Because coffee, yes, coffee thins out your blood. Coffee thins out your blood. It helps, and that's good for strokes, and it's good for blood clots and stuff. So, give me a coffee. I don't want to get up. I'm doing a show. You think it's not like I can just pause this? Actually, I can, but I don't want to. I married you, so I don't have to make a coffee for myself.
I have to go to work.
In like 3 hours. Anyways. Oh, too. Well, you got to make me a salad, too. Hello. Anyways, let's get back to the action. Back to NXT and see what's next. Thank you for watching this edition of This Old Vancura House. Oh, that wife of mine. Okay, here we go. NXT, let's see what's next. Hopefully a good match. About 16-19 in, and like I already said, they did make reference to the Hideo Itami attack, and now there is a video from Itami who he himself says he does not know who attacked him, but when he returns, there will be no stopping him. So that should be quite interesting to see how that plays out. I like those who does it, who attacked him, who did it. I like those. I always have. One of my favorite angles of all time, even though everyone knew who it was, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. It was you, Hunter. I love that. It's one of my favorite moments ever. I still get chills. I'll go watch that whole sequence. You want to be entertained, go watch that whole build-up to SummerSlam in 2002. That was great. It's one of my favorite moments ever. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get back to the action. Looks like we're about to get Bayley and Emma. And that should be quite entertaining. Ha 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 ha. Real quick before the match, 18:27 in, and we got a Zack Ryder sighting on NXT. He was at Unstoppable, and he just did a backstage segment with Renee Young talking about, everything that he saw. And he made passing reference that he was sitting next to some crazy guy named Mojo. And then I think the guy came out and he was all crazy and jumping all over Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder looked to be quite perturbed by the whole thing, to be completely honest. Could this be a sign that Zack Ryder is coming to NXT? Which would make a lot of sense, to be honest. Maybe there was more to that United States Open challenge than we knew for Zack Ryder. Maybe that was the one last hurrah for him before moving down to NXT, possibly to be repackaged. That's not such a terrible fate. Rebuilding your value at NXT and becoming something new and different could be quite beneficial, because Zack Ryder's got all the tools, and apparently he's got a 450 splash in his back pocket too. So, this could be quite awesome for him. Who knows? By the way, if you haven't noticed, in your bottom right hand corner, maybe left, I don't know the way you're looking at it. My right, your left, my right, whatever it is. This show is brought to you not only by Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, who does all of our music here on Dead on Dave Productions, but Jeff Huffman's bloody shins. Just disgusting. Stick your finger in that. Ugh, disgusting. But I can't look away. It's like a car crash. Jeff Huffman's just ridiculous. Tries to work out, busts his shin open. He's okay, though, so I can laugh at it. And that's all I have to say about that. Let's get back to the action. NXT, next match, Bayley and Emma. About 26 and a half minutes in, we just finished up with Bayley and Emma. Emma's got new theme music now, which completes her transition to Evil Emma, and I quite like it. I noticed something else as well. The tinkering with Dana Brooke has continued. She is now wearing completely different outfits than she has in the past. So they're really trying to figure out what to do with her. It's more traditional. It's not as bombastic as the last one. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure the evolution of her is going to be quite something to watch. Emma and Bayley had a pretty good match, back and forth. Emma ends up dominating most of it and then getting the victory with a, I guess it's a modified Emma lock, and it looked really, really aggressive. Bayley had no choice but to tap out. Then Emma and Dana double teamed her until Charlotte came out to try and even the odds. But unfortunately, the numbers game got to her as well, and Dana Brooks put her down with a modified cradle shock. Pretty interesting stuff. So those four ladies will continue to go round and round, and we'll see where they go with that. It'll be quite interesting. So yeah, let's get back to the show. Let's see what is next up on NXT. Okay, about 28 minutes in, and this was just one of those bizarre things that I had to bring attention to. Baron Corbin, after Unstoppable, did an interview with Renee Young, and then it gets interrupted, and it just sounded weird. So let's listen to this audio.
You have this one.
That was fun. That was real fun. That was intense. That was real intense. I say we do it again sometime. Sooner the better.
What the hell did I just listen to? What the hell is Rhino doing? It didn't sound like they just had a match. It sounded like they just had butt sex. That was intense. Real intense. Let's do it again sometime. The sooner, the better. Oh my God. I'm a big Rhino fan, but what the fuck? A wife of mine. That was intense. Real intense. We should do it again sometime. The sooner, the better. I'm talking about you cooking me a good meal.
I can't cook salad.
You can't, well, you can make salad.
I could.
You could. You probably should. You know, it's amazing to me that your husband, who had a stroke 2 weeks ago, you don't care more about. You know what? You don't want to make me salad? I'm going to go eat a whole fucking jar of peanut butter then. How about that? I'm going to go... Screw the dog. I'm going to go clog my friggin' head full of fat and die because you don't care enough to make me a salad. You all heard it here first. My wife doesn't care. But yeah, that was weird. Rhino, strange stuff. So let's get back to NXT. So a couple of fresh faces in the ring here at about 37 minutes in, it looks like. A couple of fresh faces, Rollins and Samson, tag team, taking on the champs, Blake and Murphy, along with their new valet, manager, whatever, Alexa Bliss. And I like this team. I like the color combination. I like her look. I like the attitude. They have a really good entrance figured out for the three of them. It's working. I like this addition. It's pretty damn cool. So hopefully that will continue. And these three should be quite a force to be reckoned with. The match was decent. I mean, it was a good match. It's cool to see new guys at the early stages of their development in NXT. So it's pretty neat to see that. It was a good match, and Blake and Murphy are the champs. They took care of business. Pretty simple, cut and dry. Not a very long match. Just standard appearance by the champs. And we'll probably see more out of these big giant dudes, Samson and Samson and Rollins. So we'll see more of that. Pretty interesting. Let's see what's next on NXT, because I am fading here. I feel like I'm gonna sleep for the rest of the day as soon as I'm done. Ugh. About 47 minutes in, and Finn Balor makes very, very short work of Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger, who I do think has a long-term upside that could be exploited, but they got to figure out exactly what to do with him. He's still pretty green, but Finn Balor just dominates him, hits the coup de grace, and we get to see the new number one contender to the NXT title in action, which is never a bad thing. So, decent little filler match there, just showcasing what Finn Balor's all about. But I'm going to make the same thing about Finn that I've said in the past. He needs to make his finisher a little bit more diverse, maybe. They set it up in a different way. The coup de grace is a really cool move. It's just basically a double stomp off the top rope, but I think it needs to be set up a different way every now and then. You need to be able to show versatility in how you set it up. I just have a feeling that if you don't, eventually it's going to lose its pizzazz, That's just my opinion. I think it's main event time, so we'll see what Solomon Crow has for the champ, Kevin Owens. Real quick before the match starts, for the main event, about 48 minutes in and some change, we got a Jason Jordan segment in the back where he was working out and gets interrupted for an interview and talks about he has a game plan and he's bringing in a new partner. I have a feeling he might be talking about Yuha Nation, which they would make a really nice fit together. because, there's the size discrepancy. One's much taller than the other. But I think they'll complement each other really well. It wouldn't be too surprising to me if that turns out to be Yuhan Nation. Why not get his feet wet in a tag team before letting him loose in the singles department? Or maybe just let him loose anyway. We'll see what happens. But this guy Gable, who Jordan calls Cable, which is pretty funny, comes out and he's an Olympian. This guy was on the Olympic team in wrestling, and he's pretty cool. He has monogrammed towels. That's going to be his shtick. So it's okay. All right, let's go ahead and get to the main event. Let's check out the champ Kevin Owens versus the crazy ass Solomon Crow. So end of the show, really good finishing match tonight. Kevin Owens and Solomon Crow, they really went at it. It was a good match. Kevin Owens doing his thing, Solomon Crow hitting a lot of offense. I like the way that Kevin Owens dictates the pace of every match. It's really interesting. It just harkens back to the early 80s, the way wrestlers would do that. And you don't ever see it anymore, where guys sliding out of the ring and really slowing down the pace and just dictating it. And he can go to slow or fast pace. I really do love watching Kevin Owens. After the match, he continues his brutality after he got the win with a very destructive pop-up powerbomb on Mr. Crow. After that, he went to go powerbomb him on the apron, but Samoa Joe and his bizarre music make the save. God, I don't know how I'm feeling about the Samoa Joe entrance theme, but it is what it is. So, they don't get into a physical altercation. Once again, Kevin Owens steps out of the ring as Joe gets in and points to Crow and says, "That's your warning. Next time it'll be you." So it'll be quite interesting. I enjoyed this NXT. It was better than anything that we got on Raw. I think that's fair to say. So I hope you guys check that out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I give this week a 7, a solid 7. Really solid. And it was a good episode. I can't really say too much more than that. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And we'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Make sure you're checking out Joe Cronin over at the Joe Cronin Show. Shot from the Point, where I am still in charge of In the Crease over there until Tommy gets back from his honeymoon. Did another episode today. Barely got through that. I'm going to go take a nap. I'm going to sleep for probably the rest of the day. It's 12:30. I feel like crap. It's 12:30 in the afternoon right now here in Germany. And I'm done. I feel like crap. I feel like absolute ass cream right now. And I'm going to go get myself some sleep, as I'm plumb wore out. But I do love doing these shows. It's the only thing that seems to be fueling me right now is doing these podcasts. So thank you guys for all the support, as always. You guys are amazing. So tomorrow I'll be doing an interview with the rock band Swirl. Really excited about that. Played some of their music yesterday. My wife just farted. I don't know if you heard that. The mic picked it up. That wasn't you farting.
Nobody heard that. I didn't fart.
Oh, okay, you did.
I just sprayed perfume.
Yeah. That it really is eau de toilette. This time it's the toilet comes from Uranus, not the planet. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Make sure you support everybody around us, including the Swirl interview. It'll be the next Creators Corner. It'll probably be up tomorrow after I do the interview. So make sure you guys are locked in for that. Also, I'm working on another episode of Nerd and the Jerk, perhaps. That's a very good possibility. Also, you never know what's going to be coming here on Dead on Dave Productions, so keep your ears to the grindstone, nose to the grindstone. I'm just mixing up metaphors here because that's what I do. So speaking of metaphors, go ahead and Mr. Metaphor Messiah, Real Talk, take us out this week. We'll see you next time. Peace! And remember, if you don't have talent, have talented friends.
Real talk, the truth,
And
nigga.
don't stop. Yeah. Mr. Real Talk, the metaphor Messiah. The king of kings. We talking legendary coming soon. The mixtape. Legend. Black stars.
I bring the battle to you. If we were the same size, you couldn't fit in my shoes. Bear crown for the infinite. You better check your insolence. Careers get flushed, the same toilet that you pissed in. This rap's just a piece of tiramisu. They should've kept it independent. Ask Schoolboy Q. Lay siege to your throne. You are fucking with Capone. She ain't fucking with me. She fucking one of my clones. Nasty with the similes. Monster with a metaphor. She could suck a mean one. Why you think I'm metaphor? Beat stay knocking through your ears and your spinal cord. Hating on the youth. Use a lame and a dinosaur.